All right, we have some information given here that we're going to solve with systems of linear equations. What is cool about this is now you can finally see how a word problem, you can put it together and solve, and this is going to be set up by, it says a chemist has 3 different acid solutions. So this is what I start to do. I start to write right away 3 solutions. Solution 1, solution 2, and solution 3. It says the first contains 25% acid. The second contains 35%. And then the third, 55%. And it says he wants to use all 3 solutions to obtain a mixture of 85 liters containing 45% acid using 3 times as much as the 55% solution as the 35% solution. And I don't know what all those words they want me to do. Okay, so we want 3 times as much of the 55%. So what would be good to do with solution 3 is we would make it 3 times x, and now this solution in this case is going to be 85 minus 4x. Okay, so how in the world did I get that? Well, we have 85 total, and then we're going to subtract the 3 times and then the 1 solution. And so that's where I get the 85 minus 4x. Probably the setup is the most difficult part, because now we're going to just simply solve this. So what do I mean by solve this? I'm going to have 0.25, the 25% of this first solution for x, and then plus 55% of this next solution, 3x, and then 35%. I'm sorry, I went out of order. That should have been, you know where I'm getting these numbers from, hopefully from up here. So I have each solution, okay, and these are basically the amounts, okay? So 3 times as much as the 55 as the 35. So whenever they say something like as the 35, this would become my variable. And this is where I got the 3 times, and then I need a total of 85, so that's where I get my solution 1. All right, and so what is this going to equal? 45% of the total acid, which was 85 liters. So now I simply can just go through all of the algebra. Be sure that you're doing things like distributing. So I get 21.25 minus, that's like a quarter, 4 quarters, so 1x. Let's multiply this, plus 1.65x plus 0.35x equals 38.25. I can collect some like terms to end up with, oops, those are like 21.25, combining all of these terms, surprisingly. So if you 1.65 plus 0.35, that's 2 minus 1, that's like there's a 1 there. So I actually just end up with 1x equals this 38.25, and then I subtract 21.25 on the other side, and I get x equals 17. So the 35% would be, I didn't mean that to be so ugly, would be 17 liters. And then I can find these others, right? Because this is going to be 3 times 17, so 51. And then finally 85 minus 4 times 17 actually equals 17. So these are the actual amounts. And of course, you should add them all up to see if you get the 85, and you do. So again, I think, you know, the setup is the hardest, right? So when I start something like this, I figure out what is going to be my sole variable. And how I knew this was my sole variable, because this wording right here, 3 times, okay, of the 55. Right? And then this whole mixture based on the entire, all 3 of these solutions, is how I got this piece. So hopefully this kind of sort of made sense. It is a little early in the morning, so I need more coffee.